Praise to the Most High, it's your brother Gorilla Hebrew, man. So here's good old Shar Ariala, you know, one of my little kids, man. He just did a video of Gorilla Hebrew's wife exposing him for being a trick with cam ties. You see her look good and see her looking better than any woman Ariala's ever even had the privilege to talk to in his whole life. But you know, it's all right, because I'm not dealing with her no more. And she just mad I cut her water off. That's why the other one mad too, but that's a whole other story. So I really don't care what Ariala has to say. I've already reacted to this earlier. Y'all seen the video. But Ariala, he did something so bad right here. He disrespected my wallet. He disrespected my Navy Federal bank account. And I won't stand for that. So what he demonstrated in that video that I really take umbrage to is he showed the spreadsheets accounting for 2022's tithes and 2023's tithes, which is a combined $169,000. $72,000 in 2022 and $96,000 in 2023. Now again, the allegations are that I'm stealing and running off with camp tithes. Now, I want y'all to do some math. In 24 months, $169,000. If you divide that by 24, that's $7,000 a month. My own personal bills, not counting my expenses, is $8,000 a month minimally, if not more, right? And has been since back there. That's number one. Number two, the school in Atlanta's bills cumulatively are about $3,000 a month. So if the camp paid $7,000, almost half of that is going just with the Atlanta school. Not to mention all the money that goes out to help brothers in need, things of that nature. All the things that this work got, only $7,000 a month, right? Again, the amount of tithes paid is not enough to pay my personal bills. It's not. But now I have to show everybody. I have to show everybody that this camp, I said half of this camp ain't paid tithes. The fact is, now that we actually are looking at the numbers that he produced, thank you so much for showing those numbers to everybody, Ariala. Not even a third of this camp has been paying tithes appropriately. So we require $100 a month and or 10%, or not and or 10%, whichever is greater, right? So at a base level, that's $20,000 to $30,000 that should be being paid in tithes every month, as we're required. Everybody who enters the camp reads the bylaws and agrees to contribute that amount. But clearly we see if 200 to 300 men only produced 72 and 96,000 instead of $250,300 in that year, their brothers wasn't doing their part. We didn't reprimand brothers. We didn't kick brothers out. We didn't curse brothers out about those things. We just encouraged brothers to do it. So what actually would happen is I would have to go into my own personal pockets to fund a lot of things for the camp. But don't worry, y'all. I'm going to prove it, man, because I definitely don't appreciate my bank account being disrespected. I can disrespect a lot about Ariala. I can talk about that girl over there who he starved. Right? Maybe now you're showing everybody you're cooking for her, right? Because she's pregnant. But we can talk about those forced fasts you used to put her on. Of course, because you are conscious about her weight. We understand those things, right? But I ain't finna do that, right? Because everybody know everything on my team is ice cold. Come on, baby. Looking good as fuck, though. Yeah, my bitch look good as fuck, don't she? For me, just did this lying-ass lie. I look good as hell. She got mad at me, called me bald. She balder than me, but we love her. She look good in the motherfucker. Period, right? But let's just go here, right? You see this? Let's go here. What's it say? Navy Federal Credit Union. Mr. Adonis C. Glaude. Yeah, that's me. So coincidentally enough, on the website, I can only go back to January 2022. So I've downloaded all the bank statements for the years in question, 2022 and 2023. Now we're gonna do so. I got my trusty mathematician right here. His name is Nakamaya. Maybe you've heard of him. Chief Officer Nakamaya, an amazing brother. Let's just take a look at, do some math, and let's see how much money I brought in 2022 and how much of that was tithe money, right? For everybody, this is going to dispel all the lies that I'm doing misappropriation of camp funds, that I'm running off, that I'm living off the tithe money, etc. We're getting ready to dispel all of that madness now, right? Bank statement for bank statement. How much I bring in January 20 over 20,000. So put 20K, right? January 2022, right? Make sure you zoom in on deposits, right? 20,000. Okay, 20,000. This February 2022. Right? Hold on, make sure we see it. End date 2/15/2022. 20K. Okay, cool. March, 35K. Okay, cool. April, 18K. Okay, cool. May, 37K. Okay, cool. June, 25K. Okay, cool. July, 19K. Okay, cool. August, 25K. Okay, cool. September, 27K. Okay, cool. October, 27K. Okay, cool. November, 26K. Okay, cool. December, 43K. Okay, cool. So now, what's that total? 302,000. That year, the camp only paid 72,000 in tithes. So that means that camp tithes wasn't even a third of the money that I made in the year of 2022. So how am I stealing the camp tithes if everything for the camp was taken care of with the amount of tithes paid, and I lived off of how much more thousand? 230,000? That's how much was left over of camp tithes. $250,000. If all I made was 72,000 in 2022, I wouldn't even have electricity in my house, pimp. Who are you talking to? Don't listen. And I hate to do this, but I have to, because now, I built an organization to facilitate men to do the work of the Lord, and niggas are playing like I'm running some racket or scam as if I need this. Right? Again, I made how 72 versus what? 302? Again, that's not 1/3 of the money that I made in 2022. Not 1/3. Right? We're gonna keep going though. Let's go to 2023. Just niggas want to play with me. 2023 was my greatest year. Nigga was my highest earned revenue year. Let's find out. 2023, 30 we started. We started with the tray ball. February, 36. March, 45. Hold on, let's continue our session. Hold on. April, 37. May, 29. June, 33. July, 21. August, 34. September, 29. October, 28. November, 34. December, 31. What's that whopping total, mathematician?
Underestimated is 389.
389. So 96,000 was paid in tithes. So I brought in over $300,000 minus the tithes. Or almost $300,000 minus the tithes, Salaki. I've demonstrated that that's a total fact. How much I did in 2023?
389.
389. So 380.
At least 380.
And then it was 300 in 302 the other year.
302.
600,000 in those 2 years. The camp didn't account for a third of that, bro. I stole the camp. I'm just using the camp money for everything. Please don't play with me, man. These are big dogs talking, my nigga. Little niggas with freckles need to just shut up talking while I'm talking. There was another point. Oh, then they showed the Cash App record from Masala saying, he only gave her $54,000 in 7 years. I paid all the rent and bills at her house for 3 years consecutively. That's $100,000. So add 100 to that 54, then add they said, 42, I spoke to somebody and he spent double that on Janae. Okay, fine, that's 80. I can account for over 200 on my other wife. That's 280, and that still ain't half the money. Then add the cat money on that, and I still got 200,000 left over. The fuck is nigga? Don't listen, bro. But don't worry, Playmakers coming to Gorilla TV. We're going to show you niggas how to get to a bag, man, and stop being little bum-ass, hating-ass niggas like Ariella over there, man, who girl make more than him. Boy, stop and talking to me, man. And you niggas over there in Philly, shout out Prestige Way Design for these fresh Zeets, man. You niggas over there in Philly standing next to that weak-ass nigga ought to be ashamed of yourself. Y'all supposed to be thorough street niggas, real street niggas, and y'all gonna stand next to this sweet-ass liar.